welcome back to another freaking video. And welcome if you're new. I hope you're doing well. But I just came back from work and I wanted to make a little video. I'm just in like a talking mood. Today the video is gonna be about Kenya, my home, my life, my pride. I have so much pride because I am African, because I am Kenyan. And yes, I am an uppity African. That's a compliment to me. Anyways, basically, I was born in Kenya, moved out here when I was around 2 years old, and then from 2 to 10 years old, I lived in America here. And then from 10 years old to 15 years old, I moved back to Kenya. And then 15 years old up to now, currently 19 years old, I've been here. So it's a lot of and very important stages of my life too. But and then so I've been here since I was 15, since 2022, but from around 2016 to 2022. Yeah, 2016 to 2022 or 2021. The timeline is kind of shaky. It's a lot of back and forth. But I would say the last time I was in Kenya was definitely the most influential time because I was always the longest time I actually stayed out there. So from 5th grade all the way to 10th. Literally, when I say changed my life, like when people ask me about it, sometimes I'm at a loss for words because sometimes all I know how to say is that it was super different. Even now, to describe living to Kenya to you guys, it's not, I would say, super difficult, but it's like it's a feeling that I wish I could show people. It's a wish I could have brought you guys when I was there to show you what life is really like out there. What I want to talk about today is kind of how I would say shape me as a person. Like if it wasn't for the last 5 years I'd spent in Kenya, I don't know if I would be this where I am right now. And I'm very happy with myself. And Kenya gave me something that America could have never given me, basically. So from when I was here, from like 2 to 8 years old, 2 to 10 years old, I went to elementary school in Fremont. I was one of the maybe 3 black people in school, maybe 4. And yeah, I was just kind of used to not really being around black people like that. Like even now, when I was in high school recently, when I just graduated, my class was probably, maybe there was 3 black people in my graduating class, maybe. But just being around a lot of non-black people, specifically like Latinos and Asians. But yeah, and moving to Kenya, I would say completely changed my psyche. As in, now I moved out there, and I would say during prime years in California, prime years in general, 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, like some of the most like recent like crazy years that we've had. That's when I was out there living in Kenya. But I'm grateful because even in elementary school, I would say I was a not as confident child, a pretty insecure child, because like the guys I would have crushes on in elementary school would only like the white girls or the lighter, I was one of 3 black people, with the hairstyles my mom would do on me. They were so cute. And hey guys, by the way, I have a twin. That's literally my pride and joy and my love. But yeah, we used to dress the same. Like, I don't know, like I just felt like none of the guys like really liked me for real. And I kind of never even imagined having a boyfriend. I'm so grateful. Here's one thing I always think about, and I'm so grateful. I'm grateful I was moved to Kenya before like middle school and all that. Like it worked in my favor. I didn't have to experience no racist jokes. Like I've probably experienced less microaggressions and racisms than people who aren't even black. That's just my personal experience. Like when probably kids were the rudest, most racist, most ignorant, I was in Kenya, and girl, that literally changed my psyche in the sense that I never really even see myself even as a super beautiful kid or whatever. I mean, you're a kid and looks, you don't really think about looks that hard. But as soon as I hit the ground, as soon as the plane touched down when we got to Kenya, it was an overwhelming amount of love and praise and just compliments on my looks. People just, you're so beautiful, you're so beautiful. My aunties, my uncles, my classmates, my cousins, my friends, like it was just, I went to school, like I literally became, in the 2 schools I was there in, I wouldn't say, okay, not 2, I would say the last one I was in, there was points I was really running the school. Like, I remember when I was younger, I always used to look up, especially in elementary school, I used to look up to the girls that were popular in school, the popular girls. I became a popular girl when I was out there. Like, I literally, especially in Newark, there's not a lot of spaces for you to be as a black woman to be popular. Like, unless you're, you know, I don't even want to say nothing, honestly, but there's not a lot of spaces, period. And to be out there, and I remember I was talking to some girl when I was around in 6th grade or so. Now, I'd been in Kenya for a year or 2. She was like, oh, you, and then my 2 other friends, and then these guys, like, you guys are popular, like, you know, people talk about you guys, like, and literally, I think that's when it hit me. I'm like, whoa, I'm considered popular. I mean, that's when I knew, like, I feel like I never really cared too much about my looks. Like, I would say I did build my confidence from scratch, but Kenya damn near built the roots. I can't hold you. Like, it's something so beautiful, and I always wish I see a lot of black people sometimes rejecting their African identities, but I really wish that they could experience it, because colorism is definitely a really big thing in Kenya, and I can definitely say I probably benefited from colorism more than I realized. It was like, it's super refreshing being around your whole class. Everyone looks like you. When they teach you about slavery, the teacher's black, classmates are black, the people you're talking about are black. It's beautiful. Like, especially the beauty standards when everyone is black and brown and light skin, like the beauty standards just whole different. Like, to me, like, even there's baddies here, but there's a very specific look of a Kenyan baddie, and they're gorgeous, man. But basically, I just received a lot of attention. Like, I had guys complimenting my birthmark and how I look like this and how I look like that, and older upperclassmen, and honestly, it was a lot for my head. Like, when I was in elementary school out here, I was more of like a kind of weird kid age. I'll come to school with my toys, have my little group, we'd be playing make-believe games in school. Like, I wasn't on nothing weird in elementary school. I was a kid, and I was a kid down. And then to be out there, and it's, what do you mean all you guys have a crush on me? What do you mean all y'all give a fuck about? But anyway, so the first school I went to was like an international school. It was called Greenstead's International. That school was an arm and a leg, and that's also another culture shock. I think a lot of people don't realize. So we have government schools in Kenya, and then we have, you know, the private schools, or like our international schools. Government schools, all the schools, you basically have to pay school fees. You can't go around that. You got to pay to be in school. It's not like here, like, if you don't show up to class for a certain amount of time, you and your parents gonna be in court. There, like, you genuinely had to pay to be in school. If your parents aren't caught up on school fees, they would pick your ass out of class and send you home, because they're not gonna teach you nothing if your parents have not paid for school fees. But anyways, so the first school I went to was super nice. It was an international school. Super, super, super nice. Like, and one thing too, girl, I never did it here either, and I low-key wish I stuck to it, but I played sports like no one's business. I think I played every sport that school offered, from basketball to soccer. And then there's sports that are like British sports that you guys don't know. But if you're wondering, just do a quick Google search. Netball, well, hockey, I don't know, but like grass hockey, not ice hockey. Netball, hockey, rounders. I did discus. I did athletics, so I did discus. Discus was my favorite, and a lot of people, bro, I just miss it a lot. But discus, I did my only race and my best race was my 200 meters. I did relay. I was on the swimming team. It's not really a sport, but I also did rollerblading. But I was basically in everything. A school event there, activity, there. Like, I was there like swimwear. But it was fucking awesome. Like, honestly, I had a great time, and girl, that was like literally like my physique now is still super, super good. And even though that was like back in 6th, 7th grade, 8th grade, girl, from then my physique has been, I have the physique of an athlete. No, I'm kidding, but like real though. So I was super active, and then the second school I went to was called Mustard Seed. It was definitely a downgrade, but in the school sense, I had a blast. It was ghetto. I'll put it simply as that. It was ghetto. The things I did there would not even fly in that fucking international school. It wasn't before. Yeah, basically it was so funny. Both of the school colors were green. So I was like, if the whole time I was there, just wearing some fuck ass green uniform. But anyways, either way, we wear uniforms out there like no one's business, and that's what I kind of miss. Like, there's no, putting on fits for this in school. Like, it's either you wear your skirt or your pants and your shirt and your sweater and your jumper, and that's it. Like, one person would make a rule, you got ankle socks. That's what I look like. Like, sometimes if you wanted to, girls would pass around this really short skirt, but like, and it was kind of refreshing. Like, you can't wear makeup to school. You can't really wear much jewelry. You can't wear like a lot of extensions or wigs. Like, so low-key, all of us, we all on the same level. You being rated or treated just based off how you really look. There's no time for makeup. So if you like makeup, no. You like nails, no. Like jewelry, no. You like lip liners, no. You like wigs, no. So it kept it real natural, real cute. But that second school I went to, went there in like my 7th grade or so. And when I say, let me paint y'all a picture. So I get there, I think it was around maybe 2019 when I started in that school, but my class, like when we had first started that class, there was only one person in that class. Like literally his whole first semester, there was only one guy by himself. And then me and my sister joined, so guess what? The class was not one, not two, 3 people. For a cool minute in year 7, we're 3 people. And then we turned to 4, and then we turned to 5, and then we turned to 6, and I think we literally had 6 people in our grade in year 7. Like, we can go by 6th grade, 7th grade, went by year 7, year 8, year 9. But anyway, it was awesomeness. Like, just the way I got close with teachers, and I got close with people. Like, one, I never really learned Swahili, even now I'm kind of embarrassed to say I can't speak Swahili. Like, if you ask me, I can tell you some words or so. Like, I can understand Swahili fluently. It takes me a little bit to but I can understand what you're trying to tell me anyways. But yeah, I was just being there because we had year 7, so it was for year 7 to year 12, and then from 1 to from 4. I'll explain those terms another day and what those mean, but yeah, so basically there was guys in school who were like 20 something. Like, I remember, let me tell you one of the most biggest culture shock things. I already told y'all I was admired and I was loved. Mustard Seed showed me something else for real. Like, this is the first time I can say I've gotten a love letter. I'll probably say countless because I can't even put a number or an estimate on the amount of love letters I've gotten. I wouldn't say I've gotten hundreds, but I wouldn't say I've gotten few enough to know the number, Like, I remember just getting love letters from guys I didn't even know the name of, guys who had never even spoken to me. Like, it was so crazy to me. Like, people were on my body basically. Like, everyone needed. I came to that school, I was a hot commodity, and people always tell me like they're really fucking with me and my sister. Remind you, I was 12 years old. 12. A lot of these people are like 15 and up, like 16 and up type shit. Like, could be guys in their 20s trying to hop on that, but I was like an awkward 12-year-old. And let me tell you something. For like the couple years I was in that school, a good chunk of the time, I was the biggest K-pop fan ever. I liked K-pop when K-pop was K-popping. I don't care what you say for Gen. Fuck all that. When EXO, when BTS, when Twice, when Blackpink, when who, when I tell you, when all those groups were at their peak and prime, that's when I started liking K-pop. And but low-key, I can't lie, I'm gonna be so honest with y'all. I was kind of racist. Let me put it this way, like, I remember guys would be like, why don't you want to date us in school? And I'll be like, because I like Asian men. And they'll be like, you live in fucking Kenya, girl. Like, you live in Kenya, bitch. Like, there ain't no Asian man out here. Jungkook not gonna come catch you. Like, I don't give a fuck. I don't want a black man. That's what I used to tell my classmates. Like 2 years later, that changed. But that's a little, like, you know, I was really into it. Like, I was a kid, not a fan. I was a bull. I had a list of groups that I would stand. And oh my days, girl, you know what? I feel like it almost set me back because all the years, you know, like good music was coming out in 2016 and shit. I was there. K-pop down below. I'm grateful I did experience the prime of K-pop because whatever the fuck is going on with K-pop right now, I don't care. I don't want to know, and it's not the same. But yeah, and it was just hella confessions from random people. And I only dated 2 people in that school when I was there. Very short and brief relationships. One was with this Indian guy and one was with this girl, so it was pretty crazy. And I have a lot of stories from there, so let me know, guys, if you want to hear more about Kenya or more about my Kenya lore or whatever. Like, I feel like I just told y'all the intro, the little, you know, and I might retell it to y'all. Like, I don't care to retell it. Like, I'll tell y'all. Well, honestly, I just want to talk about it a little bit before I make any more videos. I feel like that's so important for me to put out there. Like, what I need to get by is one, because I have a Kenyan brace. I know you're like, oh, a Kenyan, like, you know, are you a real Kenyan if you don't have? I get it, guys, and I can show you. I do have it actually, but my wrists are really small, and this one does not fit me, and I can't afford to lose this. I can't afford to. You see what I mean? Like, I really can't afford to lose this, so this is not one, but I don't need a proudly Kenyan bracelet to tell y'all that I'm proudly Kenyan. I'm the proudest Kenyan. But thank y'all for listening. Like, it's been a minute. It's damn near been 3 weeks since my last video. And yeah, I just didn't want to end the month without posting another vlog. Like, March is about to end, and what? This is my 3rd video of this month, so thank you guys for all the love on the 1st video and the 2nd video, and to my 1 commenter on both videos, thank you. I'm gonna respond to your comment and love you guys. Even if you viewed it for a second, I don't care if you viewed it to now. But thank you so much for watching. Like, I love you guys so much. You know, it's Eileen Jiroge. Hopefully you guys miss me. If you want me to make anything specific, you know, if you want me to go into anything more, like, let me know. Let the queen know. Like, but I love you guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Deuces. Oh my god, don't look at my one missing nail. Let's do it like this. Deuces.